So we would encourage you to do new things, try out new things. Do not be worried about mistakes or errors. You can do that. I mean, this is you're so experienced. No worries. The next thing is that this is what we're going to see today. In the next session, we'll see anything more than this one, especially related to the sessions that we're gonna have. In the meantime, feel free to ask us questions in the chat or unmute yourself if you have anything to say. Question or answer or any discussion, any comment, any feedback. We're talking about Android app development. For that, do we need anything special or specific? Basically, generally speaking, we need two skills, okay? We need to have two skills. We'll combine both of them. We'll do something else. Then we'll be able to do Android programming. The first skill is the knowledge of programming language. Java or Kotlin, they're the two most well-known languages for Android development. Do you know Java? If you're talking about Java in this session or in this module, then do you know Java? Then the first skill is done. The second one is software development kit. This should be an IDE such as Android Studio. We'll do examples based on Android Studio, but you can use any other IDE as well. For example, IntelliJ. By the way, Android Studio is supported by IntelliJ, and Android Studio is specifically for Android development, hence more user-friendly. Other than Android Studio, the IDE, we'll also need virtual device emulator to run our code and see how the code would be if it is run on a virtual device. If it is run in real world scenario on a real device, how it would be when we run it on a virtual device, okay? That's the purpose of an emulator. You emulate the real world thing. So we'll emulate and see if there is something missing or something not really suitable for a real device, then we adjust that. Whether it's the font size, color, anything else, positioning, or overall user interface, something else. Once you have got these two skills, it's all about exploring further and practicing as much as possible. This would enable you to become an avid Android app developer. Does that sound interesting? Yes or no? To explore Android development, the first thing we'll need is Android SDK. We need Android Studio plus Emulator. Let's go to developer.android.com. Do you want to do that now with us, or do you want to do that later on and look at the slides now? It depends on you. Nobody's. What is CAP? You can do it later. It depends on you. So if 2 or 3 of you are saying that you can do it later, I don't know if the others are also having the same opinion. CAP means not true. So what is not true? And why CAP means not true? So I can learn new things from you guys. Developer life is fun. That's good to know. Okay, look, I cannot ignore you guys, so you have to adapt. So ladies and gentlemen, all of you, please go to this website. You want to do that later on, it's up to you. Use any search engine that you like. Search this thing, Android Studio. You'll see this link, developer.android.com. Go to this link, then you'll see this thing. Okay, it will automatically detect your system and you can download Android Studio from here. Otherwise, you can click on this one, download options, and then you'll see these options, Windows 64-bit, this one. Okay, I can click on this one and download, recommended one. Or Mac, this one, with ARM, this one. Okay, we can do that. No worries. Click on this one, and then you'll download Android Studio. Once it is downloaded, wherever it is, go to that folder, double click, then you'll see this thing. Click on next. Make sure that you include Android virtual device. Okay, make sure you need this thing. Specific build system. It should be based on Java, otherwise we don't mind. Okay. We need code in Java. That's it. Whatever you use, but to have a standardized process and to have discipline, we'll focus only on Android Studio. And obviously the language would be Java. Yes, it's quite large. Okay, so the next thing is, once you have done this thing, go next, and then obviously location, go next. This one, install, click on this one, completed, next. Won't take a lot of time, so it's fine. Start Android Studio, finish. If you're really bored, then do not start Android Studio. Shut your computer down, take a rest, come back at a later time, start again. Okie dokie. Finish. All done? No, not yet. Now when you open it, or actually I think it would automatically go to the next screen. Once you have finished this thing, it will automatically go to the next screen, and then this is the default setting. You have to click on this one to specify the directory. Okay, specify that. You'll have Android folder. I think that's the best option, but if you want, you can put it somewhere else. For example, if you're using a cloud service, you can have a folder in your cloud for portability, because you want to use the same code somewhere else on some other computer. It's up to you. Okay, you can do that. Once you have done this thing, open this thing. Okay, now it will start downloading add-ons. Add-ons. Okay, do you want to do this thing? Use statistics to Google? Yes or no? It's up to you. Privacy reasons, don't send. Internet reasons, don't send. No problem. Let it complete. Once done, you'll see this thing. Okay, you'll see this thing. Now, if you're using Kotlin, then you should update your Kotlin plugin. Even if you're not, I would recommend you to do that, because in future, if you want to switch from one language to another, then your program should be fully compatible. It's in the beginning, it's optional. I did that, so it took me more time. Downloading plugin updates, it takes time. Okay, let it do that. Click on next. Android Studio plugin updates. Restart Android Studio to apply changes. You have to do that. If you're again bored, you don't want to do that, then click on not now. Shut your computer down, take a rest, give your eyes some rest as well. Come back later and click on next. This is what you're going to see if you do it in the near future. Because if the version is changed, then I'm not sure about the future version name and this thing. Any questions so far? No questions. Okay. Powered by IntelliJ platform. Thank you. Welcome. Finally, welcome. So let's click on next. Several Android-based devices, including vehicles. That's really awesome. Why do we have vehicles? We have navigation system in the vehicles, and that may be based on Android. That's why. Wow, that's really awesome. This means that if I become an Android programmer, I can do a lot of things with a lot of devices, millions of vehicles, different types of monitors or TVs, wearable devices, tablets and mobile devices, smartphones. So many things. Now the horizon has become much larger for me. Super awesome. Click on next. Do not spend too much time on imagining things, okay? Like I'm doing right now. Click on next. Standard or custom? Standard is okay. Next. Which theme? You have only two options. I like this one to protect my eyes. Depends on you. Take care of yourselves, okay? Your health is more important than anything else. Next. Okay, when am I gonna eventually have the ready to use Android Studio? So many next and finish and all that stuff, downloading. It's quite time taking, but this is how life is. 582 MB. I do need Android emulator, so let's do that. SDK build tool, yeah, okay, let's do that. Please do that, finish, okay. Oh my goodness, start downloading. Okay, do that, please do that. Wait for it, it will take some time. Finish finally, thanks God. Okay, projects, yeah, I'm gonna start my new project now. I don't have an existing one. Or do you wanna do anything else? Yeah, this thing, import project Gradle, SDK manager. So you can do this thing. For example, you have something already built in Kotlin or something else, you can import from there. Otherwise, click on new project. When you click on new project, this one, plus, you'll see this screen, okay? And you have many options. Do you want to start crude? No activity? No, I don't think so. Basic activity with this thing? I don't think so. Bottom navigation activity? Not now, maybe in the future. Compose activity? Not now, I think. Full screen? Not now. I'm doing this for the first time, so let's start empty activity. Empty activity, okay? I clicked on this one, then I saw this thing, and I clicked in the middle, empty activity. And I saw this thing, give it a name, whatever name you want to give, package name. By default, this would take your name and give it as com.example.this thing, just like you do it in the case of Java. You have this com package, okay? Save location, whatever you want, your cloud or somewhere else, it's up to you. Select language, Java or Kotlin. For now, it's Java. Now select SDK. This means that whatever you do now in your program would be compatible from this SDK onwards. This SDK onwards. So in my case, I selected the oldest possible one according to Android Studio. I think the oldest one is 4.0. I don't remember the name. It's ice cream sandwich or something else. I don't remember the name, but the next one, 4.1, is Jelly Bean. This is what the oldest option I saw in my case. So when I selected this one, it showed me that your app will run on approximately 99.8 devices. So when I build my app, I want to have the maximum user base. But since right now we're only trying examples, it depends on you. If you want to do the latest one, that's up to you. No problem at all. OK. But just keep in mind that the purpose of this thing plus this thing is what? OK. Once done, finish. Is there a question? Let me see. KitKat. OK, KitKat is the oldest one. OK, thank you. The next one is this. So look at this one. I think if you click on this thing, help me choose, then you will see this screen. I think so. Ice cream sandwich is the oldest one, not KitKat. KitKat is this one, 4.4. Okay. Yeah, ice cream sandwich is the oldest one, but the option that I saw was this jelly bean. Anyhow, if you, for example, select this one, then only 8.2% of the devices would be able to run your app. Okay. So just keep this thing in your mind. And then the next thing, as soon as you do OK, indexing JDK. OK, please do that. I cannot change these things. OK, do that. I'm waiting for you. This is a test of patience, I think. So definitely you need to do this thing later on, not during this session. Any one of you trying right now, please do that. No problem. OK. But the video is being recorded, so you can do it later on as well. The next thing is, once this is done, you'll see this screen. Now, finally, for the first time, you're able to see the code. And now you can play with the code. Right or wrong? I think wrong. Because Gradle is going to download now 112 MB. Takes a bit of time, a few seconds or a few microseconds. If you're using 5G or Wi-Fi 6, maybe a few milliseconds. Once done, you'll see this screen. OK, no notification here. This notification is gone now. Now we can run the code. Now the next thing you would do is when you see this screen, you can run this code. As soon as you click on this play button, you'll see this thing. No target device found. Not there yet. OK, click on OK. Do not lose your patience. Be cool and calm. Hold your nerves and click on this thing. OK, no devices. Click on this thing. For now, we are not really into Wear OS. Click on Avd Manager. Android Virtual Device Manager. This manager can create virtual devices for any Android phone that supports these versions. OK. And any tablet, any Wear OS related device, Fitbit or smartwatch, maybe some smart glasses as well, maybe. Android TV, any automotive OS, any automotive device that supports Android. OK. Please do that. Click on that and then you'll see this screen. Create virtual device. Click on this one. You'll see this screen. For now, click on phone. Forget about the rest of the things. Click on phone. Then select one phone model, whatever you want. Not really important right now, so whatever you want. I think in my case, I selected Pixel 2. Do that. Next. And now you'll have to download the release, the Android release. OK. Again, you can download the most inferior or oldest release if you want. It would be smaller in size, I think. But just to be on the safe side, I thought maybe we'll do extensive programming, so I downloaded the most recent one, R. I clicked on this one. When I clicked on this one, I think the next screen was this one. If you decline, you're not going to achieve anything in your life. You have no option but to accept this. Click on next. Click on next, and then it will start downloading this release. Okay, start downloading this release. Okay, and this release right now is 1.1 GB. Again, it's gonna take some time. If you have 5G, if you have Wi-Fi 6, the most sophisticated network ever created, then maybe a few seconds, maybe a few microseconds. I don't know, you guys are really sophisticated, but in otherwise case, it may take some time. Wait for this and then click on finish. Once done, you'll show this, it will show this thing. Done, and then click on finish. Okay. Now this is downloaded, so you can click on next now. And now you can give a name to your virtual device, whatever name you want, whatever you want. Your name underscore something, or the name of the phone, any other code name you want. Then the orientation, portrait by default or landscape by default, whatever you want. Do that, click on finish. Let me see if there is any questions so far. Dominic, you will achieve in the future. Don't worry about that, okay? You will achieve in the future. That's why you're doing this thing. You can create apps, solve problem. You know, so many things are now today solvable through online apps, including mobile apps. Think about the problems you still have that you think that are not solved yet, but you can solve. Try to solve that. So you can do that, okay? I've missed some comments actually. Still downloading, booking a flight. Yeah, that's good. Good one. Okay. So what is this? So some of you are already trying. Norman is trying something. Good, Norman. Okay. Let me go back. Okay. So this is my virtual device. And this is the information about my device. The CPU architecture using Intel, because this is my computer's CPU. So that's why I hope you remember that we saw ARM versus AMD versus x86 Intel. So for now, it doesn't matter. Size on disk. So this virtual device is consuming this much size. That might also be a problem, but for now, let's forget about this thing. You can click on this play button. If this doesn't work, click on this refresh button. If you want to have more virtual devices so that you can try different versions on different devices, then you can create another virtual device. Okay, this can be another phone. This can be an automotive system, navigation system, or for TV. Okay, this depends on you. Every time you need to create a new device, you can go back to this part. Click on Avd Manager and create a new device. Okay. Click on this one. Then you'll see this screen. Now this is my virtual device. Looks like Pixel 2. What else? This is the emulator. So now you'll be able to see this thing, and now you can edit that. The next thing is Go to this panel and then maybe it will build the Gradle. We'll wait for that. And then I think now we are able to run the app. Click on this. Once you have done this thing, it will show you this thing, Gradle build running, and then indexing, and then you will see the output. So this is the output of this program. The name that you had given and whatever you have written here. That's my first Android program in Java using Android Studio. The next thing would be that I would like to make changes. So this is the code. Click on Activity XML. Okay. Click on this one. Once you have done this thing, then you will see the layout. In this panel, you can see the code, but in this panel, you can see the layout. So you can do the editing just like you would do with any graphical stuff. For example, in the case of PowerPoint or illustration software or something. Text positioning, click here. Do whatever you want. Make changes in the text, edit the text. Scroll down, look for text, make changes here. Done. Okay. Click on click enter, and then you can replay, apply changes and restart activity. This arrow with A. Click on this one. It would replay. So it would just compile whatever you have changed now. And this is the output. It showed hello world previously, and now it is showing hi MDB class. Okay, but I cannot really see this thing. I'm not happy with this one. Let us go back again. I want to change the text position. Let's change it somewhere else. Here, somewhere else. Once you have done this thing, then again play with this thing, this panel. Okay, go to text appearance. And when you click there, you'll see a lot of options. Select whatever you like. And then you'll see this thing. Change color, anything else? Make further changes. Add more text, copy paste. Do you want to try these things? Please do that. So that's it. This is our first hands-on experience of Android Studio based Java program. We had our first program. We made a few changes in that program. For any additional stuff, first do these things and then try out more examples. Explore further. What can you do with this panel? What can you do with this thing in Java versus in XML? And maybe you can try now or later that if you have more than one virtual devices and you run, okay, more than one virtual devices with different features. One with R release, the other one with some inferior or older version. Also a small scale device. Also maybe older version of Android, KitKat or something else. Or maybe the most recent version. And then run the same program and try to find, figure out the time taken. Maybe you can look at a few things, few parameters, such as the space taken on my computer, one thing. Number two, how much time taken by the same program running on this device versus the other device, how much time. Then go to your properties and look at your CPU consumption. maybe look at that as well. Running on this device consumes this much CPU, running on another device consumes this much CPU. Do you want to play with these things? Maybe you can try these things. Other than these technical things, you can try more examples. Run different examples of code in Java, plus, you know, do this thing in your XML and get yourself familiarized with Android programming. That's it for this session, okay? Let me try to open Instead again for. Do you guys have any question?